At the Sparks side, Elena Beard back-to-back. On the other side for the Aces, Wilson, McBride, Swords, Young, and number ones on the floor, 3 years running for the Aces. Badiva takes the first shot. Sparks on the board. Options. Ruffin Pratt kicking it out to Nneka.
And that's going to be a tough matchup. Carolyn Swartz.
Plum looks for it, no good. Nneka right in front. Wilson outside. Swords looking for the and one. Gets the foul.
This year.
Swords from the line. Bill Laimbeer valuing Carolyn Swords live right now from the floor. Chelsea Gray found herself with some room. McBride looking for a little teardrop, no good. Batted around, there's the first bucket of the year.
Calm down, settle into their offense, and make sure they get good looks.
Badiva away from the bucket. 15 feet is her. McBride for two.
She and Kelsey Plum have even developed a little rhythm too, just knowing where she wants the ball and how to pass it to her.
All by the Aces. Makes the back. I think you really hit it, Roosh. I mean, 4 players on the floor know this system now. How about highlight?
Back screen, and Kelsey Plum looking at it the whole time was able to get it to her.
Inside to Badiva.
That rotation on deep, extra pass.
Badiva has 6 of the Sparks' 11 points. Plum, 15-footer.
Kelsey Plum, she's committed herself to playing better defense. So I think she'll work her way through that.
She sure will. Meanwhile, Bill Laimbeer, when I asked him about the strongest defenders on the team coming into this year, he said nobody better than Ty Young. Jackie Young played already a year under Bill Laimbeer's system. So especially for their defensive rotations, he talks about it just feels so much more smooth. And he can't say about it before the game as A'ja Wilson is at the stripe.
Not tell what she's thinking based on her facial expressions. Incredible move by Chelsea.
Oh, inside, Elena Beard.
Incredible.
Down on the floor. For 3. So smooth. Shanae Aguilmake in the Sparks uniform this year after being traded from the Connecticut side and going to the rack.
And Sydney Colson rub off. Right now, the Aces looking a little bit lost, can't get into their offense.
Buckets after
the screens.
Makes the back end of that. From the Sparks, disrupting. Kalani Brown looking handy. Trying to shut it down, gets a part of it.
Incredible defense and footwork by De'Erica Hamby, making sure that she stays in front of the play.
For 3. First tie of the game, and how about Hamby's defense? Wilson, lead for the Aces.
Off balance, wasn't able to finish, but now they have to pick it up right here on defense.
Note by the Aces. No look over to Tamara Young. Goes and gets her rebound, and the foul. Rookie of the year last year.
Sugar is definitely one they'll have to watch. She gets to that spot on the floor.
Sparks jerseys in front of her. Hamby looked at it.
And Hamby did a great job of reading the defense teams, and the pace is going to be.
Last minute of the first quarter.
I think the Aces had to work the kinks out initially.
That ends a 13-2. Loose pass, but Sugar Rogers steps in. Foul is on. Shanae's a broadcaster, but he said she's come along quick.
On TV, but you can tell she's not going.
Foul was.
See how they play this year.
Shanae Aguilmake pushing the pace to Williams. Shot got off in time. The bank. off. The officials will take a look at it. We'll step away and we'll find. Point shot did not count. Ball was still in Williams' hand when the time expired. Second quarter action. And De'Erica Hamby.
Now, we're playing with 11 for now. Somewhere down the road, we may go with 12, but we feel good about our team for the time being. Worth at least 5 times. I mean, we had every different scenario written down. At one point, I had a 6-team trade written down on a piece of napkin paper. So,
and you look at so many young fans, and the parents are with them, but that's all about starting basketball as the top continues to pick up. With everybody that comes off of the bench, they keep picking up the level of play. So there's no drop-off with the bench for the Aces.
That's the first field goal since a minute and a half left. There's a look on her face. Plum playing with some energy, coming around Carolyn Swords. Turning around and knocking it down.
Here you see Kelsey with the outside bounce pass. And Asia going strong side to her left, getting that shot up over the defense.
No good, but how about Hamby?
Great rebound.
In Los Angeles. It all comes together. He said the way that he was able to get to Elena Beard was to say, you hurt the team when you don't take that shot. He said all Beard ever wants to do is help the team. So as soon as I told her, here's Beard. Inside, that was pretty for the Sparks. Plum for 3. Yes, she did. Missing critical pieces right now. McBride comes up short.
There instead of going straight up. That played to her disadvantage.
Parker will be out a couple more weeks with a hand.
Talked about she's committed herself to her body and making sure she.
4 seconds remaining. Shots gotta go off into Elena Beard. Another one at the buzzer. First that. Immediately coming right around. Kayla McBride.
Screen right at the free throw line, gets an easy shot.
Beard to the Diva. Madiva finds her way.
Top of 2 really tough defenders.
Jackie Young. How about
the bucket down?
Foul is on Neko. Ogwumike inside.
Her last possession where she absorbed that contact and was still able to finish.
Gray. No good. Swords gets a piece of that. Neka puts it away.
There at the elbow.
Madiva for 3.
You gotta contest that. She's an incredible.
Six seconds on the shot clock. Young makes her second bucket in the. Madiva just going where she wants, when she wants.
She's done it again.
Just 20 years old is Maria Madiva. Plum. That's that shot she likes.
She loves it.
Up by Jackie Young. She has Ruffin Pratt ahead of her. Takes it all the way.
And that's the straight coming over on the penetration from the weak side. And De'Erica needed to pull up.
Ooh, Chelsea.
You see here, Chelsea's getting to the basket. Stepped on Asia's foot as she was going up. She came down really hard on her.
Out went Ruffin Pratt.
Bench, excuse the pun, but she's a great scorer.
I like her. Gray coming around side. Plum. And Plum steps back out. She's on the perimeter if you need her. Jackie Young going in. She's
Kelsey Plum doesn't miss much of those.
Elena Beard. You knew she wanted to draw. Here, just another coach on the floor for this team.
And that's Coach Fletcher would need be.
Yeah, and he said, look, he was going to WNBA games in LA when he was still in his playing career, and he said he watched a lot of Elena.
Right now, she puts her head down. She's not afraid of the contact and able to finish with a piece of the ball as the shot went up.
foul away from the ball.
Asia's at the line for 2.
For Chinea Ogwumike, that's her. Asia,
5th down, getting into a set offense so they can get a good possession.
Yeah, double-double for Hamby, by the way. 10 points, 12 rebounds. How about Sydney Colson?
What's that?
A great sense of humor.
Oh, gosh.
The other day at practice, they were working with Liz Cambage, kicking inside of Liz Cambage.
So right now, the Aces have to make sure they keep the defensive intensity up and deny easy baskets.
Vadiva for 3. She's had an Mabry. That's a big 3.
Aces have to look into their offense, make sure they get a good look. Going inside to Asia Wilson is always a good decision. And on cue, she scored.
Plum. Fouled by Raquana Williams.
Kelsey Gray.
Plum defensively on Mabry. Mabry over the top.
She's a great shooter.
Quick catch and shoot from McBride. Asia Wilson, that's the work. And Kayla McBride knocking it underneath, and they have had a very tough time. Defense. Shot enters the game. Plum had real estate in front of her.
Sea parted and opened up for her.
All of a sudden there's fresh air in front. Vadiva, nothing going in for the Sparks. Hamby, oh my. Is it right on? Nneka Ogwumike.
Come out of training camp. They've been beating each other up all training camp. And now, here they are against someone else.
Asia Wilson.
Still aggressive, just a little bit, and you cannot fault it.
3's no good. Here's Nneka. They're gonna let her have that one.
Now both look really good coming out of her hand, but she definitely, De'Erica's always in the way.
Dutter to try to translate the situation. Washing machine flooded, what do I do? Real world problems.
Real world problems. The more she plays, the better she'll get. She was the MVP over in Korea.
McBride, that's 2.
And you see Kelsey plucking forth, back and forth.
Well, you want, as Bill Lambert said, look
what was given to him.
Shooter.
And Sydney Colson with a turnover in for the Aces.
Vadiva, it's not a shot unless
you're looking at the basket, just a little too soft, didn't get it up. Great entry pass to be that far underneath.
What an opening game effort. And Kayla McBride.
Defensive.
The loss, everybody in camp.